I'm trying out a new camera because y'all have been asking for more videos, and sorry I've been remiss. I have been out having adventures, and so I'm excited to talk with you about some miracle making stuff, and no one's talking about this, probably because they don't know. So let's talk about the role of subtle bodies in manifestation, because people talk about, you know, your thoughts and your emotions, but they don't actually talk about the emotional body, the mental body, the causal body, and their roles. So let's start a little bit at the let's outline the different bodies, and esoteric work with them we'll get into in a little moment. So I've been really not doing a lot of videos because I've been diving into my own esoteric work, and it's been super powerful and miracle making. However, I didn't start doing it to see miracle manifestations show up. That's just the result of the work. So let's go into esoteric anatomy. First off, you have your physical body. That's the body you can see. Easy peasy. And then you have the etheric body. And the etheric body is kind of like, if the physical body is the light bulb, the etheric body is the energy that powers the light bulb. I mean, if you think about it, you know, without the energy that powers your physical body, you'd be a corpse, right? Still not happening. Life not happening. And so from that body, and if you think about these different bodies, they're kind of like the Russian dolls, where a tiny one is inside a small one, inside a medium one, inside a larger one, like that. And if you haven't ever seen Russian dolls, then you can think of like Tupperware. How you put your Tupperware away. Maybe you put like the big one, and then inside that, the medium one, inside that, the small one, inside that, the tiny one, like that. So that's kind of how our subtle bodies are. However, the etheric body, so the etheric body is a few inches around the physical body. It pervades and permeates the whole physical body. Otherwise, I wouldn't be animated, right? I wouldn't have blood flowing through my veins and stuff like that, same as you. Okay, so the next body then is the emotional body. Now, in manifestation, a lot of people work with the emotional body. You know, how are you feeling? What's the energy you're embodying? That sort of thing. It makes sense that if we're being a certain vibration emotionally, we're going to attract more of that. So if you've worked with me for a while, one of the things you have probably heard me say is thank you, more please. So the energy of gratitude when you're going through something you love, and then more please. I love this. I enjoy this. All right, so that's the emotional body, right? You want to embody those emotions that you would like to have more of in your life. Simple, easy. Okay, the next one is the mental body, right? And the mental body, of course, pervades the emotional body, pervades your etheric body, and your physical body. And some people call the, just so you know, and not to confuse terms, but some people call the etheric body the pranic body, or energetic body. All right, so mental body, right? Our thoughts. That's super easy to see how they would impact our manifestations. And the thoughts are one of those things that people talk about a lot, right? Affirmations, questions, this and that. Saying something you don't like, or having a thought you don't like, and then doing cancel, right? Let's not think that. So there's that one. But then the one people are not talking about much is the causal body. Okay, the causal body is even larger, then the mental body, and it pervades all the other bodies. Hi. And it's essentially the energy of cause and effect. This is one of the bodies you can work with at night while you're sleeping to attract clients, to attract a partner, to attract what it is you want, right? So this body, if you purify this, you end up sweeping clean a lot of what's in the way of your manifestations. Because again, whatever's vibrating in the causal body, similarly to the mental body, similarly to the emotional body, whatever's vibrating in that is going to impact what you're attracting, right? If you're vibrating a certain pattern of poverty, if that's what you've set in motion, then even if you're working with the mental body, the thoughts, or the emotional body, the emotions, you're not going to have the same results. You're not going to have the same impact as if you actually clear out the causal body. So think of this like a house. If you have a house that you haven't cleaned for 17 years, there's going to be a layer of dust on things that's pretty thick. And you may not see the beauty that's there in that house because that dust is so thick, so you can't quite see. Oh wow, the pillows have flowers on them, and that's a beautiful color of teal. It's going to be obscured. Well, the same thing with your own presence and your own beauty. You're not going to sense your own presence and beautiful essence that you are because it's obscured. It's covered up. And by purifying these bodies, you get to tap into that beautiful essence more and more and embody it more and more, instead of embodying all the things that you've taken on or have been covering up your beautiful essence, your exquisite, special essence. And so by purifying these subtle bodies, you have more and more access to yourself. So I'm going to teach you some ways to do that. I'm going to teach some super simple, basic ways to do that here. And then I'm teaching a retreat on Maui in October. And you're welcome to come join me. It's going to be amazing across the street from the ocean. We're going to have some adventures to different places, stargazing. This is one of the most spectacular places on the planet for stargazing. And you're going to learn esoteric practices for transforming your subtle bodies and your chakra system. And so one of the things that I've been working with for quite a while is actually over a decade, is sound and the use of mantra to transform those subtle bodies, and the breath, prana, and light. So I'm going to talk with you and teach you a simple technique for working with the subtle bodies using light and sound. So what I want you to do is begin to inhale, and imagine when you inhale that you're inhaling from above your head. There's actually a column of light. It's esoteric anatomy. It's called the Antakarana. And so you're going to breathe in through that into your Sushumna, or into the subtle channel that goes down your spine. Okay? And then as you exhale, so just imagine like a flashlight shining down into your body. So you're going to inhale down into that radiant light. Okay, this light is not blue, or it's like either white or gold, and white of course contains the essence of all the colors, so it's a great choice. And then as you exhale, you're going to exhale through all the subtle bodies. So inhale down through that channel and exhale out, and not just sideways, you exhale forward and back. So because you're like those Russian dolls, these subtle bodies go all around you. So you're going to inhale and then exhale like you're pushing energy out. Like if you were covered in dust, you push that You blow that dust away, and you can do it using your breath. Okay? And you can do it with the breath coming only in and out through the nostrils. You're not going to exhale through the mouth or inhale through the mouth at all. Okay? And this is one of the simplest ways you can start to clear out the subtle bodies. There are more powerful ways, but this is a basic one and it is effective. So start to do that on a daily basis, and you will align more and more with your own essence, and you will have miracles show up, just like this little guy. He actually came into my life recently. He looks almost identical to our kitty that died last year, and he was a stray, and my ex brought him over, and he just took to our family like, yeah, I live here, this is my family, easy peasy, nothing to it, right? I belong. But miracles, like simple things, you are, as you clear out your subtle bodies, you're more in harmony and flow with the entire universe, right? You're more in harmony and flow with who you came here to be. So you can't help but be more harmonious with all that is. And thus you feel the support of the universe even more in your everyday, in your adventures. You know, I took my kids camper vanning on an amazing adventure, and we had so many miracles show up on a daily basis. From bald eagles just flying right above my head to a mama bear and her 2 cubs from the car, right? But we saw a grizzly bear on the trail. You know, all this magic, because as you tune your frequency, you're more in tune with the energy of right timing, showing up, and being in the right place at the right time. So, definitely, if you can, join me on Maui. It's going to be powerful and amazing. And if you have any questions about the retreat, as you can tell, I'm super excited, because these are practices that people really aren't teaching. And there are certain gurus, you know, I went to India to learn this stuff, but, you know, like, I am not seeing this in books or on YouTube or any of that, so I'm so excited to share it. And click below, I'll have the link there, and, you know, if you can't make it to Maui, message me if you're interested. I may do an online version. If there's, you know, if that lights me up and if there's interest from all of you. So anyway, glad to see you, glad to be back. And if you haven't come to my channel, I teach a lot about alignment, manifestation, ease, and joining your, like, embodying your radiance. And so hit subscribe, like, share this with your friends who would be interested in this type of thing, and that way the internet gods will share it more, and I'd appreciate that too. So thanks a bunch.